Lord Ram, Bhagwan, Dev, Allah, Khuda, etc. are the names of one supreme God. What is He like? Where does He live? How is He attained? Who has seen Him? To remove all these questions permanently, must listen the nectar words of Jagat Guru Tattvadarshi, Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj, based on the holy scriptures of all religions.
There in Satlok, Sankhon Leher Meher ki upje, because there the body is of another type. There is no such body in Satlok, the body is as it is, the appearance is like this, the body is the same as this. But that material is not this, it is made up of Noor, one element. There is no blood in it. Flesh, bones and skin is not there, it is made of one Noor. Now this is spiritual path. It becomes very difficult to understand how it is made from light. Now as this body is made of 5 elements, and how is the form? What are its 5 elements? Earth, sky, fire, water, air. These 5 are not seen anywhere. They are not visible anywhere. Similarly, our body there is formed from just light. In that BP never goes high, nor does it get low, cancer never happens, nor there is any kind of worldly trouble. There is no work for you, and here you do not have time. Even the deities here have families, and it is the same with everyone to eat, drink, and fill your stomach and work. Here the soul spends whole life only in the sustenance of this body. He wakes up in the morning, after waking up, takes tea, water, cooks food and eats, then goes to work, eats again in afternoon, then gets back to work, then eats in the evening, and after waking again goes to work. Doing this lifelong to take work from this body, we first have to feed it. And in this arrangement, the whole life becomes meaningless. And there is no work once we go to Satlok. There is no anger, hatred, no brotherhood, no partition. There are all evergreen trees. These Radha Swami, Dhan Dhan Satguru, and the gurus of the sect of Jai Gurudev do not know the ABC, and it is said that there is only light in Satlok. There is only consciousness, and God is formless. The soul attaining salvation gets absorbed in God like a drop in the ocean. Oh, good men! Great saints have meditated to see that God, for God's vision, God has told 100 times that have God's vision.
अरस कुर्स पर सवेत गुमट है, जहाँ सतगुरु का डेरा, सवेत मुकुट सिर छतर विराजे, और देखत ना उस चेहरे नु.
If God is not there, then what will we do over there? What is the need for us to go there? We are yearning for God. Now if someone says, let's go to that ashram in Barwala, and then someone says that Guruji is not there, there is just formlessness, then will the person come here to waste time? What will he do? They have made such a fool of us. We are yearning for God. We'll see Him, we'll cry our sorrows, and embrace Him. And they are saying He's not there. But still the interest remains for them to go there. But still so many devotees go over there. Actually, the point is that no one has to go there because their worship is not to go there. So in this way, this is ignorance, and what God has told is the real knowledge, is true spiritual knowledge, that there are evergreen trees, beautiful rivers that are filled with milk. The Ganges water here, you must have seen the Ganges river. It has come from Satlok. Now, as it falls here, no one can see where it is coming from. It is not from this mountain. This is God's secret arrangement made to appear here. Nowadays, it can be understood as science has shown a lot. Nowadays, facts is done from here. There is nothing in between, and the whole matter reaches other place. The film also reaches. Similarly, it came from Satlok. First, it fell in Brahmalok, in Kal's region. Everywhere, Jatakundli dams have been made. After overflowing from there, it moves in the form of vapor, then comes to another place and takes the form of ice. From there, it melts and becomes water, and then it moves ahead like this. It has come and fallen here. So it is a rehearsal that the material from there never gets spoiled, the substance never gets spoiled. No matter how long you keep Ganges water, it won't get spoiled. Secondly, let's show you the proof that we recite immortal speech of God. The yagya, that is performed here, and this water is kept here, is simple water filled from the normal taps, and then God's speech is recited on it. Mantras are chanted, the speech is recited, there are God's mantras, this spiritual discourse happen. All these turn these simple water into nectar. It becomes even superior than the Ganges. Ganga works as water, and this becomes a very strong nectar, and no matter for how many days you keep it, it never spoils. We have this nectar of 1996. This nectar of 1996 has been kept in a bottle till today, and it is as it is. So even the water becomes nectar by merely discussing about God. So virtuous souls, the spiritual discourse that we do narrate the glory of God, narrate God's nectar speech. It even affects the animals, birds. It also affects the ants. There is an effect on plants, trees, and they also get a lot of power. And when the time comes, it will work for them, will give them benefits. So inside Satlok, no material gets spoiled, it does not rot, and there are evergreen trees which do not dry, and there is no work there. The soul remains focused in the remembrance of God. It remains joyful. There is a lot of joy. Discussion goes on. Groups sit and discuss like this. And seeing the sorrows of world below, tears come in the eyes that how we got out of this garbage with the grace of God. When we go there and look below, it smells bad, rotting, stinking. This foul smell comes from 21 universes. Garib Das Sahib Ji has written,
लख योजन तक जात है या दुनिया की गंध.
Durgandh, this foul smell coming from the body of beings of this earth. It is said, this foul smells comes till 1 lakh yojan, which means approximately 12 lakh kilometers high. The stench comes, smell, bad smell. So past souls, with such interpretation, your mind will be attracted towards God. And you will be prepared to go from this place. Otherwise, we have accepted this arrangement as final. Death will certainly happen. But before death, the children should get married. And may God give them children too. Their employment should be fixed. Then we may die. We have finalized this much. This is our final thought. Now, what is the reason that we had no alternative? Now, God came and showed mercy on His children. Opened that treasure that God had said 600 years ago that Dharamdas, I will tell you all this knowledge. But do not make this true spiritual knowledge public now.
धर्मदास मेरी लाख दुहाई, ये सार नाम की तबार ना जाई, सार नाम बार जो पढ़ी, बिचली पीढ़ी हंस नहीं तरही.
And then has said that
धर्मदास मोरी लाख दुहाई, ये मूल ज्ञान कई बार न जाई, मूल ज्ञान बार जो पढ़ी, बिचली पीढ़ी हंसनी तरही। मूल ज्ञान को तब तक छुपाई जब तक ये द्वादश पंथ मिट जाए।
Now, virtuous souls, that God Himself came and took care of us, He came and Himself gave His knowledge. Pious souls, so far, if you see, listen, or read the law of any saint or sage about their experience, everyone says that God is formless. Even if someone is a devotee of Vishnu Ji, and God's idol has been placed in front, if asked that, do you do meditation? He says, I meditate. Did you see anyone? No. The light of God is visible. God is not seen. How is God? He is formless. So, what is your Vishnu Ji? What is Vishnu Ji? Is he formless or is in form? So, who is God? If Vishnu Ji is your deity, then who are you looking for in your meditation? They say he is formless, then what is Vishnu Ji? This is called
मोती मुक्ता दर्शत नाही, ये जगह सब अंदरे, और दिक्कत के तय नैन चश्मिन का फेरा मोतिया बंदरे।
a Sheikh Farid named person had been a poor saint in the Muslim religion. Since childhood, he had faith in God. Virtuous souls, those pious souls who have been doing spiritual practices in worship to God since previous births, today they have a special desire to attain God. Here Garib Das Ji Maharaj Ji says,
साधों से ती मस्करी और चोरा नाल खुशहाल, ये मल अखाड़ा जीतेंगे युगन युगन के माल।
if you try to tell this truth to anyone, they make fun of you. And these liars have misled the world and made millions of disciples for themselves by spreading falsehood. It is said,
चोरा नाल खुशहाल, बेखों के लश्कर फिरें ये बाणी चोर कठोर, सतगुरु धाम न पहुंचेंगे ये 84 के ढोर। फिर कहा कि मल अखाड़ा जीतेंगे ये युगन युगन के माल।
Mal means a wrestler, powerful, who exercises daily, and when time comes and he wrestles with someone, then that Mal Akhada, only that wrestler wins. You are the wrestler of that God's arena, daughter, brother, sister, elder, whoever, whatever you are. You have been doing this exercise for many eras. Among you, only souls will be liberated, like children go to school, so those who go to school pass from them, and if some shepherd who takes ride on donkeys sits and rides, he does not go to school, so he does not pass. Only you will be liberated. Now you have got that school which gives you a direct ticket to Satlok. So now you have been striving for God from the past lives, whatever you got to know, like austerity, practices, devotion, you are trying. And today amongst you, selection is done. Wherever you went for God. Became a disciple of a saint, or you went to any temple, mosque, gurudwara and practiced. You went somewhere in a cave and did austerity, did some fast. You were striving for God. You were a wrestler of the past lives. You were wrestlers of several earlier births, but you didn't get the right direction, because of which your soul cannot live without God. The Skal has adopted a lot of ways to fool us. Someone is keeping himself satisfied by fasting on Friday, let him keep. Someone fasts on Monday, very good, let him keep, because there are millions of supporters. Yes, that's right. I also do. And no one knows that in the 23rd verse of 16th chapter of Gita Ji, it is written that those who do arbitrary practice by abandoning the method of scriptures neither get liberated nor do they get any happiness, nor do they get any power. It is useless. In Gita Ji, chapter number 16, verse 24, it is immediately said that for you, Arjun, in the state of what should be done and what should not be done, scriptures are the only reference, nothing else. Do not believe in the legends of anyone else. That which is written in our scriptures, only that is the way of worship, correct and final. Now, as these worshippers of Sri Krishna Ji, all the virtuous souls in the holy Hindu religion consider Gita Ji to be superior and chant mantra Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Radhe Radhe Shyam Milade, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha, Eve Namah. It is not known how many mantras have been composed. Is there any such mantra in Gita Ji? The final decision has been done. In Gita Ji verse 13, chapter number 8, it is said that Om iti ek aksharam.
ब्रह्म व्यवहारण मामनुसमरण ये प्रयाति तदन देहम सयाति परमाम गति.
Mam Brahm, of me Brahm, Om iti ekaksharam. Only this Om is one mantra and nothing else. Whoever chants this till his last breath and leaves the body, yeh prayati tajam deham sayati parmam gatim. He attains salvation, the supreme state obtained by Om mantra. What is the superior attainment from Om? Attainment of Brahmalok, because Om is the mantra of Brahm. In Gita Ji chapter number 7 verse 18, the knowledge giver of Gita, Brahm, is speaking in Sri Krishna Ji. He is saying that in my attainment, this humble soul is good, but it remained dependent only in my worst attainment. The convenience and salvation that is obtained from Om, it is said, it is useless, it is inferior, it is worse. And why is it inferior? Because the knowledge giver of Gita himself is saying in the 5th and 9th verses of 4th chapter, in the 12th verse of 2nd chapter, in the 2nd verse of 10th chapter, Arjun, you and I have had many births, you do not know, I know. So it is proven that the birth and death is even of Brahm. And also the worshipper is sad like this, there is no sorrow on earth like birth and death. Therefore, the knowledge giver of Gita says in 62nd verse of chapter 18 that Arjun, by all means, you go to the refuge in that supreme God, only by his grace you will attain supreme peace and eternal supreme abode. It has been clarified in Gita Ji 23rd verse of 17th chapter, worship that Sachidanand Ghan Brahm means Tat Brahm. The chanting of that Paramakshar Brahm, the practice is of 3 mantras. For his attainment, Om Tat Sat. Om is of Brahm, is also called Kshar Purush, this Brahm, and Tat is of Akshar Purush, that is indicative, and Sat is of Paramakshar Brahm. Their worship has to be done. God and Satlok will only be attained with the practice of these 3. Om and Tat is symbolic. These two together form the Satnam of 2 words. And the third is the Sarnam, which is said to be Sat in verse 23 of Gita Ji chapter 17. So the point is that we tried hard to worship. Now they read the Gita and chant the mantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Radhe Radhe. Is it something? We have made it a game of children. We have not paid any attention towards God. Are these mantras anywhere in Gita Ji? Then why are you chanting? Is that the law of God? If you say that, it has been written in the Puranas, also in Puranas. What are Puranas? What scripture is Gita Ji? The 4 Vedas were fed by the Supreme God, Satpurush. Into the mind of this Brahma, all the 5 Vedas were fed. Also Sukshma Ved, which God himself had to come and speak as he had destroyed it, and they were fed in such a way that a time was prescribed. At that time they came out on their own through his breath. He read it all. Then he saw that in the 5th Veda there is complete conclusive knowledge. Kabir is God. He is in form, is human-like, and there is a method of his worship, everything was complete in it. So he destroyed the fifth Veda. The four Vedas have God's glory, but there is no way of worship. There is no method of worship. He gave those four Vedas to his son Brahma. Brahmaji read them. Still they are not understanding what is the story. So the knowledge was obtained from Brahmaji only, to whom are the sages. Then the knowledge of those other sages as well as Brahmaji is Purana, and the knowledge of Vedas is God given. Gita Ji, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, this is also the knowledge of Vedas. He has done a little mixture of his own in it. He has given indication in Gita Ji at several places that it is my opinion. Leaving his opinion, all is the knowledge of Vedas. Now, virtuous souls, the Vedas are the law of God, is the order, is the constitution, and the Puranas have an order of some sage or Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. It is their own experience. So, apart from Gita Ji, apart from Vedas, we do not have to follow anyone else's order. If we do spiritual practice by obeying someone's order against the law of God, then it is arbitrary practice by abandoning the scriptural method. Puranas help only to understand the glory of God. But only Gita Ji and Vedas are the law to attain God, and the fifth Veda which God himself came and spoke, which is called the speech of Sachidanand Ghan Brahma, speech of Kabir. It has all the knowledge in it, including all the four Vedas, and together with entire Gita and Purana is included in it. There was a person, his friend was an SHO. He told his friend that my neighbor at the next house is bothering me a lot. He does not listen at all. What should I do? Now the SHO said, hit him with a stick and I will see to it myself. Such was in earlier days. Now he fought with his neighbor by following the orders of his friend SHO. He fought with stick. That neighbor died. Now that neighbor, the person at the next house, died. Then that SHO arrested his friend and imprisoned him. He got the penalty of death. Now, what mistake he made? It is the law of the king that if anyone kills someone, he will be given death penalty. That person obeyed the orders of an officer and killed his neighbor with a stick and broke the law of king. Now, according to the law of king, he got the death penalty. That officer could not do anything. So, past souls, we have to know in such a way that the Vedas and Gita is the law and message of God. What is written in it is final. Apart from this, we do not have to accept method of worship of sages, deities, that is their experience, because it will be an officer's order. By following it, the law of God will be broken and we will become guilty, criminal. Now the context is that till today we have not got the knowledge of God in real form. There was a virtuous person born in Muslim religion named Sheikh Farid. Past souls, we are not born and are dying from today. It's been innumerable births, and in this Chatur Yuga we have been taking birth and are dying from Satyug till today. And before this Kali Yuga, neither there was any Muslim, nor a Hindu, nor a Sikh, nor a Christian. All were followers of Vedic religion. According to the Vedas, they chant Om mantra, and any other practice they used to do only yagya, religious sacrifice, etc. Used to perform all the 5 yagya. Now our destiny is mixed with each other. Today, if someone is born in Hinduism, then tomorrow he can be born in Muslim religion. If today someone is a fanatic Muslim, when tomorrow he will die, he can take birth in Hinduism, can also take birth as Christian. After the death of Christian, a Christian can also become here in Hinduism and can go in Sikhism also. So the point is that we have to raise our intellect very high, then we will be able to come out of the trap of the skull. So Sheikh Farid, a virtuous person, from childhood had faith in God. His past rights were strong. For that, let me tell a little story. He was very mischievous, used to bring a lot of complaints, used to go to the village and quarrel with other children, used to annoy fellow children, or by entering someone's house, used to mess up some of their utensils. Complaints used to come. His mother got very upset. She thought that, what should I do now? How to calm him down? Then she thought one day, I will tell him, son, you should do namaz. Sheikh Farid's mother said that, son, you do namaz. He was a small child of 3 or 4 years old. He said, why? Why should I do namaz? What will I get? Dates were his favorite fruit. He used to eat dates a lot. He liked them very much. His mother said, son, Allah will give you dates. Really? Yes. Every day? Yes. He will give every day. He said, mother, how namaz is done? She said, wait here, some time to do namaz. I will tell you, sit down. He sat for so long. Now mother thought, it is time for me to do my work and let me make him do namaz and I will do the work. I don't know how many complaints he will bring. She spread a cloth and said, son, bow down your head like this and keep saying, Allah give me dates, may Allah give me dates. This is namaz. And what would he remember, that child, when he kept doing it for a long time? What did his mother do? By wrapping a date in a leaf, a few dates in 2 leaves, she hid it beneath cloth that was kept under him. And when she completed all her work, then she said, son, open your eyes. Now come. He got up and looked here and there and said, mother, Allah has not given dates. I will not do it at all after today. His mother said, son, Allah does not give like this in public. Son, he gives secretly. Look, he must have kept somewhere under the sheet. He picked up the cloth and saw it, found it. He ate it and jumps. Ate it. Wow. Then he said, mother, now tell me when to do namaz. What happened one day, the mother used to make him sit like this every day, and being firm like this, he does not get up for 2 to 3 hours. One day his mother forgot to keep the dates and she said, come son. So he got up, he lifted the sheet and saw the dates were kept as it is, like his mother used to keep them earlier. Now his mother also remembered that today I have made a mistake. He will never do it. He is so worthless today if he does not get dates. At that time he was coming eating dates. His mother said, son, where did you bring these dates from? He said that Allah gives me every day. She said, where were these dates? Here only, where they were kept earlier. Come, I will show you. I have left one leaf there itself, the one below. Now she went and saw, really, there were dates as it is. His mother was surprised. Oh God, you listened a lot, otherwise after today he would have never done namaz. The point is that it is said,
पिछली तब से होते हैं पूर्ण हंस मुराद.
he was a virtuous soul from previous births. God had to increase faith. Then his mother also became passionate. She used to do just a fake job. After that day, her mother also had firm belief that God, Allah, is somewhere. So when he grew up, he left the house because the soul who has desire for God cannot stop. Now that lovely soul does not like their traditional rituals of eating meat. He left that as it is not a good thing. Is God ever attained by violence? Now the virtuous soul, Sheikh Farid, where did he go in search of God? To saints. That saints have the method of attaining God. There was a fakir. He was a Siddh man. He used to practice and was becoming famous for his powers. He reached him. He talked to him and told the practice that he knew, son, do hardest penance. The more pain you will give to the body, the closer God will come. Now Sheikh Farid had gone only to attain God, pained himself day and night, followed whatever was Guruji's orders. Now what had Sheikh Farid gone for? For God. And used to follow Guruji's orders 100%. He had 5-7 more disciples living along with in that ashram. And after Sheikh Farid reached to his Gurudev, that child became dearer because he used to do every work according to his wish. He used to sit or stand like this until there was permission. His Guruji used to take service from him mostly. Then other disciples started envying him that Sheikh Farid had settled in Guruji's heart and the ashram would be given to him after death. And you all are left behind. Now home was left to attain God, and after going there again this rage, malice, pride and hunger for magnificence was as it is. Then why are you wasting time over there? If you need ashram only and not God, if you have a hunger for pride, then you are not a devotee. It was not there in Sheikh Farid. Now the other disciples thought to humiliate him in the eyes of Guruji. The one who was a Siddh man was a fakir in the Muslim religion, was an ascetic. What did he used to do? That he used to smoke hookah while eating food, and especially in the evening after drinking hookah, he used to fall asleep immediately. He used to wake up early in the morning. So, in the ashram, each devotee had 1 day's service assigned. That on this day he will do all the service, on this day he will do it, on this day he will do it. The day when Sheikh Farid's turn came, other disciples thought that today they will humiliate him in the eyes of Guruji. It was the rainy season, but it was not raining. Sheikh Farid cooked food for Guruji in the evening, and he used to prepare the fire in advance for Guruji's hookah. He had prepared the fire and had gone to feed. From behind, his other jealous disciples extinguished that fire, had sprinkled water. Now Sheikh Farid had thought that in 2 minutes I will fill hookah and give. And that Guruji was so short-tempered, if someone gets 5 minutes late in some work, he used to get very angry with him and used to beat him with sticks and does not give him service for many days. Now Sheikh Farid ji went casually that I will go and fill the hookah. He went and saw that there is no fire. Now Sheikh Farid became worried. He looked around here and there. There was no fire at all. At some distance he saw that there was a village, a town, at a distance of 1 kilometer, where smoke was rising. He took the chillam fire pot and ran at full speed. When he went there, he saw a mother was trying to light a fire in the stove. She was blowing and water was falling from her eyes. The smoke coming back was bothering her. Now Sheikh Farid ran to her. Mother, who is it? Yes, sage, what's the matter? Mother, give me fire. I have to fill the hookah. That mother was very useless. She said like this, when eyes are damaged, then you get fire. You also get your eyes damaged. Now he was an innocent man. Sages, saints are innocent. He said, Mother, by damaging eyes, will I get fire? She said, yes, you will get it. Having said this, she again started blowing. Now he put tongue in his eye and took eye out. Mother, give me fire. I have damaged my eye. Now the lady saw it and ground slipped from below her feet that he is the disciple of that great saint. He is man with powers, and if he says some words, then you will be destroyed. That lady took out all the fire from the stove and said, Sage, take it all. He quickly took the fire and tied a cloth to that eye and ran fast. From there, Guruji called, "Oh Sheikh Farid! Oh Sheikh Farid, where have you died?" When the third time he called, then he replied from a distance of 2 acres that Guruji have come, Guruji have come. Guruji asked, "Brother, what is the matter? Why did it take so long? Today the weather was rainy." Gurudev, "I lit the fire, but the fire was extinguished. I ran and brought it from the village." "Well, keep it now." He put the fire. He was preparing to sleep after drinking hookah. He saw that it had become dark. "Oh, what happened to the eye? What will happen when you are there, Gurudev?" Saying this, he went out. Now, it became difficult for the mother to spend the whole night. That you will get in trouble. He will tell Guruji, and he is a Siddh man. If he speaks ill words, you will be destroyed. That mother waked early in the morning carrying the eye on the cover of the pot, took it, keeping on the cover, and said, "Saint, I have made a mistake. Forgive me. Your disciple had gone to get fire. I was troubled by the smoke and it slipped out of my mouth. That damage your eyes. By damaging eyes, the fire is received. And your disciple put out his eye. Saint, I have made a mistake. Forgive me." The woman bowed down and started crying. Now Guruji is not understanding what she was trying to say. He said, "Mother, tell me properly what is the matter." She said such was the matter. He called Sheikh Farid. "Hey Farid, come here." He said, "Yes." "Hey, what happened? What would happen being with you? What would happen to your servant being with you? Why is the cloth tied?" "Oh, just like that," he said. "So open it." He opened the cloth. Then Farid's eye was found as it is. Now, seeing it, that mother got surprised. But with the other eye, it became a little smaller. To assure that this incident has really happened. Now, virtuous souls, such perfect men show such miracles, then who will have doubt on him? Now these things will be understood by you with true spiritual knowledge. Such was that ascetic, a perfect man, that hookah smoker, because there were previous powers of that virtuous being. पिछले तब से होत हैं पूर्ण हंस मुराद. They both did not have any power at present. Neither Sheikh Farid had nor his guru. It was from the previous sacraments, in whom it is present from the previous births. They only have desire for devotion. They leave their home, but due to lack of further worship, they discharge their batteries by showing such powers. Now it has become a topic of discussion everywhere. That saint was praised for having cured the eye of a child like this. All the people around started worshipping him, and that saint, perfect man, further became supreme saint there. Now what happened after a few days? He died. After his death, Sheikh Farid left that ashram. He thought, I have to worship. Guruji had told to do heart penance. God will come near. He will be seen. Sheikh Farid had left the house to attain God. And if God isn't found, what will become of this human body? What will I do with this soil? Thinking this, he started severe penances as told by Guruji. A thick branch of a tree was hanging from a well. He thought, a lot of worship has been done. Now, let me do this. He tied a rope to the tree, tied both his feet, and hung the rest of the rope downwards, and himself hung upside down. By hanging upside down for 12 years, he practiced for several hours inside well. And Sheikh Farid had eaten 50 kg of food within 12 years. 50 kgs in 12 years. Even if we imagine 10 grams for 1 month, 10 grams is nothing. Even if we assume 100 grams, then it becomes 36 kg in a month. Virtuous souls, he ate 40 kg of food in 12 years, then what would his body be like? Only his skeleton was left. He used to take rest sometimes by coming out. He used to remain striving for God, and he was lying like this. The crows thought, this person is dead. So they came and sat on top of him. There was no flesh anywhere on the body. The crows thought that while sitting on his forehead, let us take out his eyes. Then his mouth opened a little and he said, Crows, if there is some flesh left on my body, eat that, but do not touch my eyes. Do not disturb them. I wish to see Allah. I want to see God. Leave my eyes. If you find anything else, eat it. He was a Muslim, and those who eat meat, slaughter goat and cow, will they attain God? He was so kind. He says to the crow that eat my flesh if you get it, but do not trouble my eyes. Do not disturb my eyes. I hope for the sight of Allah. Now he thought that if I stay outside, then crows will eat me. They will also destroy my eyes. God is not found. He went and hanged upside down again, slowly sliding with the rope. Practice was already done. And he started crying bitterly. Allah was not seen. And now the body is no more. Now it is over. The life is about to end. He started crying bitterly. Now what did he do? God says,
गोता मारू स्वर्ग में और जा बैठूं पाताल, कह कबीर ढूंढता फिरूं अपने हीरे मोती लाल.
These kind of seekers have been the supreme Hans, disciples of God, sometimes in the previous births on this earth, but get strayed away somewhere in the middle. Sheikh Farid was one among them. Now God reached there and stood on that well, grabbed his rope and started pulling him because earlier the wells were very deep. The ropes were long. He started pulling him out like this. Sheikh Farid thought that some mischievous shepherd has come and are disturbing me. Earlier also such cowherder shepherds who were rustic people, amongst them some used to hold the rope of that saint and shake it like this and sit and used to watch the play. What he used to do, he used to position his head like this so that his head would not get hurt, and sometimes his body used to hit here and sometimes there in the well. They used to trouble him for some time and then used to go away. He knew with whom all I should fight. Their children, they will continue to do so. Some among them used to scold others, do not do such things with saints, then they did not come for many days. Now Sheikh Farid thought that earlier they used to move me and leave me in some time. Today such a useless one has come that he took me out. Now as he was taken out while hanging upside down, he says, Brother, do not trouble me. Do not disturb me. I am doing my work. You do yours. God said, What are you doing here? He replied, Well, brother, to see God I am practicing, to see God and to attain God. Then God Kabir Dev Ji said that I am Allahu Akbar. Now hearing this, Sheikh Farid got annoyed and said, Brother, do not joke. You cannot be Allah, because Allah is formless. He is Bechun. Allah is not visible. Now God said, Good man, then why are you wasting time in well? What are you doing in this? On one hand you say that I am trying to see God, and you tell that God is formless, then why are you wasting time in this? What is the use of practicing in this well when God is formless? What will you see? How will you have his vision? Now it is said, Gaam ka aur gyan ka chamcha sa hi lagya kare. His intellect was set immediately. The Almighty is standing in front. Now, Sheikh Farid understood that he might not be God, but is definitely the Bakhabar representative of God, means he's definitely an enlightened saint. While hanging upside down, he held the feet of God and said, "Great saint, tell me the knowledge of God. I need Allah. I want to see Allah." God said that you are saying the same thing again. I want to see Allah. You tell your Allah's is bechun, formless. Then how will you see Allah? And if you will see Allah, then Allah is in form. He said, yes, absolutely correct. Otherwise, to see word should not come in your mouth. So he said, whatever, but tell me the way. I have gone astray. My end is about to come, and God has not been found. Now God said, son, child, what is your enmity with this body? You have completely ended it. It is very costly. God is not found in this manner. There is a mantra to attain God. There is chanting. And God is not attained by remaining hungry. God is not attained even by eating more. One should not eat so much that he becomes lazy and continues to yawn if he eats so much, and he should not even eat so little that the stomach shrinks. What devotion will he do?
प्रथम अंजल संयम राखे, योग युगत सब सतगुरु भाखे.
Put control on eating and drinking. Eat within limits. Should eat so much that you do not feel sleepy, and do not remain hungry also. An activeness remains in the body and practice this. Then Sheikh Farid was slowly fed food, fed fruits, then he slowly started eating food, and then he remained with God. Now, virtuous souls, God Kabir Ji is the complete God, is Allahu Akbar. Whether you say Allah Kabir or Kabir Allah, call God Kabir, say Kabir Sahib, say Allahu Akbar. Allah Kabir or Akbar, it is the same thing. In this way, he puts his beloved souls again on the true path and charges their batteries. Now, virtuous souls, how is God? And who is God? First of all, we will recognize from our scriptures that how is God? Like in holy Hinduism, 4 Vedas are considered to be authentic. That what is written in the Vedas is final. But the original text of the Vedas is in Sanskrit language. By souls, knowledge may be in any language. Knowledge is knowledge. For example, if we say in a Haryanavi language or say it in whatever language, one understands that knowledge should be superior, should be real, then it is necessary to understand it. By knowing just a language, one does not become a scholar, as only the Brahmin class knew Sanskrit language. And earlier, they were ordered to receive education till Satyug, Treta, Dwapar, and not to any other class. God had come in all the 4 eras. In Satyug by the names of Satsukrit, then he met a sage like Manu. Met Brahma, met Vishnu, met Shiva, taught them correct knowledge. They listened carefully, but later Kal changed their mind that he tells lies. There is nothing like that. So all 3 rebelled, did not accept the knowledge of God. Manuji also twisted the name of God that he is Vamdev. Vam means the opposite. One who does opposite meanings, because God Kabir used to say that I am God. Then they used to make a lot of fun of this, that he is God. He considers himself to be above Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. He is mental. They used to say that God is formless. There is just light. God used to say that I am above, I am also below. I only am on both sides. So they named him Vamdev. Vam means opposite with an unstable mind. Vamdev is a god with an unstable mind. They did not agree. The point is that no one considered God to be God. In Treta Yuga, he had come by the name Munindra and in Dwapar by the name Karnamaya, who became the guru of Supach Sudarshan, and came in Treta Yuga when Mandodari and Nalneel, and inside Lanka there was one Chandra Vijay Bhatt. 16 members of his family took initiation and some more good souls took refuge in God. Now that God came in Kali Yuga and he himself has to tell his true knowledge by coming in every era. Now God had come 600 years ago in Banaras. At that time also God used to say that the gods you worship, there is no provision of their worship in the Vedas. And you consider Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh to be eternal and immortal, their birth and death happen.
तीन देव की जो करते भक्ति उनकी कदे ना होवे मुक्ति.
600 years ago, God had told us that Durga is the mother of these three deities and Kal is their father. But at that time, the people of this Brahman class who were sitting on the post of Guru strongly opposed God and told the public to also do it. And said that Kabir is uneducated. What does he know about Sanskrit language? He is a weaver, he is a dhanak. We are Brahmins, we have read Sanskrit. Nothing like this has been written in these Puranas. They are almighty, all in all. No one is their parent. They are Mrityunjay, Kalanjay. Till this date, they were making a fool of us, these knower of Sanskrit language. And God wrote 600 years ago that their birth and death happens. They have parents. Now first, let us show you in the Suksham Ved of God, what comment did God make about Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh 600 years ago. And today, again, it is found as it is in those Puranas when we have become educated, become eligible to understand. Now see, this is Kabir Sagar. Now how thick is the scripture? Now look at it. Let me show you inside it. This is Kabir Sagar, complete 11 parts. Khemraj Sri Krishnadas publication, Mumbai. It has been published from here. And here it is written Kabir Sagar. Gyan Sagar, first volume, Kabir Panthi Bharat Pathik, edited by Swami Yuglanand Bihari. Printer and publisher Khemraj Sri Krishnadas, President Sri Venkateshwar Press, Khemraj Sri Krishnadas Road, Mumbai. This is Gyan Bodh and Bodh Sagar. This is chapter in Kabir Sagar. This is Suksham Ved. And on its 21st page, look here.
धर्मदास ये जग बोरा न कोई न जाने पद निर्वाण. यही कारण मैं कथा पसारा जग से कहिए राम नियारा.
This name is written wrong. It's misprint.
यही ज्ञान जग जीव सुनावो सब जीवों का भरम नसावो. अब मैं तुमसे कहूँ चिताई ही तेरे देवन की उत्पत्ति भाई.
I will tell you about the birth of your three deities, their birth details, horoscope and their date of birth.
कुछ संक्षेप कहूँ गहुराई सब संशय तुमरे मिट जाई. भरम गए जग वेद पुराना आदि राम का वेद न जान्या.
This is Adi Ram.
राम राम सब जगत बखाने आदि राम कोई बिरला जाने.
Everyone is doing Ram Ram, doing Allah Allah, God God. No one knows Adi Ram, that is the eternal God. This is Ram, not the name. All are wrong misprints.
ज्ञानी सुने सो हृदय लगाई मूर्ख सुने तो गम ना पाई.
Now I'll tell you about the parents of these three gods, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh.
माँ अष्टंगी पिता निरंजन ये जमदारुण वंशन अंजन. पहले कीन निरंजन राई पीछे से माया उपजाई. माया रूप देख अति शोभा, देव निरंजन तन मन लोभा। कामदेव धर्मराय सताए, देवी को तुरंत दर खाए। पेट से देवी करी पुकारी, हे साहेब में मोह करो उबारी। टेर सुनी सतगुरु तय आए, अष्टंगी के बंध छुड़वाए। धर्मराय को हिकमत कीना, नख रेखा से भग कर लीना। धर्मराय करे भोग विलासा, माया को रही तब आशा।
This Dharmaraya is also called Kal. This Kal, Jyot Sarupi Niranjan, called Kal or Brahma, he is the husband of Durga, and Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh have been born with the union of these two, God is telling.
तीन पुत्र अष्टंगी जाए, ब्रह्मा विष्णु शिव नाम धराए। होय होय। तीन देव विस्तार चलावे, इनमें यो जग धोखा खावे। पुरुष गम कैसे कोई पावे, काल निरंजन जग भरमावे। तीन लोक अपने सुत दीन्या, सुन निरंजन बासालीन्या।
3. By giving to his sons the three worlds, the earth, heaven and netherworld, he himself remains hidden above on the edge of the 21st universe. Alakh Niranjan Sun Thikana. Sun means above in a vacuum place, that is, remains in a separate place.
और ब्रह्मा विष्णु शिव भेद न जाना, अलख निरंजन सुन ठिकाना। ब्रह्मा विष्णु शिव भेद न जाना, तीन देव सो उसको ध्यावे, निरंजन का वे पार न पावे।
Till now, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh have not been able to attain Brahma.
अलख निरंजन बड़पट पारा, तीन लोक जीव कीन आहारा।
He eats the living beings of three worlds. He is a great deceiver, but para means he is a deceitful person.
ब्रह्मा विष्णु शिव नहीं बचाए, सकल खाए पुन दूर उड़ाए।
It is said he will eat his sons Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh too in the end.
तिनके सुत हैं तीनों देवा, आंध्र जीव करते हैं सेवा। होय होय।
Tinke putra hai means Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh are his sons, who are sons of Kala and Durga. Or Andhar Jeev, blind creatures, worship Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Blind means ignorant.
अकाल पुरुष काहू नहीं चीन्या, काल पाए सभी गए लीन्या। कहते तीन देव और असुर अवतारा, ताको बजे सकल संसारा। तीनों गुण का ये विस्तारा, धर्मदास मैं कहूँ पुकारा। गुण तीनों की भक्ति में ये भूल पड़ो संसार, कह कबीर निज नाम बिना कैसे उतरो पार। तीन देव की करते भक्ति, उनकी कदे ना होवे मुक्ति।
God Kabir used to say this knowledge 600 years ago, and these knower of Sanskrit language had said that Kabir ji is illiterate, uneducated. How can he understand the Sanskrit language? He is a liar, is a fraud, he tells a lie. They did such a strong opposition of God. They tortured God so much. I will tell his history whenever I will do next spiritual discourse for several days in the coming time, because 3 days of satsang, take it as 2.5 days. In this, only the introduction of God is done. Therefore, from February 17th to 21st, there will be a 5-day spiritual discourse in which more specific details will be told. So now let me tell you simply what happened. God had come 600 years ago and went by saying that these are the parents of Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. They take birth and die. They are not immortal. They are mortal. Salvation is not attained by their worship. When they themselves take birth and death, how will they provide you salvation?
आप सुन रहे थे जगत गुरु तत्वदर्शी संत रामपाल जी महाराज जी के मंगल प्रवचन। अधिक जानकारी के लिए विजिट कीजिए हमारी वेबसाइट www.jagatgururampalji.org। संत रामपाल जी महाराज जी के शुभ आशीर्वाद से पूरे विश्व भर में 500 से भी ज्यादा नाम दीक्षा केंद्र हैं, जिन पर संत रामपाल जी महाराज जी द्वारा ऑनलाइन निशुल्क नाम दीक्षा दी जा रही है। अपने नजदीकी नाम दीक्षा केंद्र का पता करने के लिए संपर्क करें 8222880541।